What's up YouTube, this is the Shy Pianist, or Donald of Zephyr Wargames, bringing you my Zodiac deck profile. Now there'll be several different parts to this video because I will be introducing combos that you can do in Raging Tempest and combos that you can do in Maximum Crisis. But generally I would do the deck profile and then just show you the stuff that I would take out for when Maximum Crisis comes out. So let's get started. So with Zoodiacs, as many of you know, they are beast warriors that you can then just overlay on top with one of them and exceed summon for one of the XYZs just using one monster. You can also use the summoning requirements in which is listed on the monster. For example, Broadball, you can use 2 level 4s and etc. for the other ones, just for free. So, Zoodiacs. First off, I played the one, free. Let's zoom in. Zoom in there? Okay. So, I'm just using Dale's camera. So, free Zodiac Rapier. So he's the leader of the group in the Zodiacs. When he is normal summoned, you send a Zodiac card from your deck to the graveyard, and the XYZ ability is the XYZ gains the effect where it can once per turn detach one material from this card, special summon one Zodiac Rapier from your hand or deck. So he's kind of your one to go to and start combos. How fitting for him for being the front of the Zodiacs. So I just want to make a mention that this is a pure build, but it has the Terratop engine. So because obviously, as many people will know, it helps the deck. Next, I have 3 Zodiac Throwerblade. So this is the beat stick for the XYZs. His effect is when it's normal summoned or if he's normal summoned or special summoned, you can discard 1 Zodiac card from your hand, and if you do, you draw 1. The XYZ effect is it gains piercing. 16 attack, 0 defense, so obviously great to beat up, boost your attacks of your XYZs. Zodiac Whiptail, play free. His effect, during either player's turn, you can target 1 Beast Warrior type XYZ monster you control, attach this card from your hand or side of the field, and XYZ ability is if the XYZ monster battles an opponent's monster, after damage calculation, banish that opponent's monster. So what's nice about him is that you can have him on the field, attack, and then attach it to an XYZ monster you control, or Beast Warrior XYZ, and, well, mainly Zodiac XYZ, and have that one gain its attack. Next, I actually run 3 Zodiac Bunny Blast. Now, people will probably criticize me for playing her 3 as well as the Ram, but reason being is that her effect, if she is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can target 1 Zodiac card in your graveyard, except herself, and you can add it back to your hand. The XYZ effect is during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell or effect that targets this card, detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation. So I actually run Zodiac Sign, because Zodiac Sign allows you to protect your monsters and destroy ones in your hand. So having her or Ram is great to protect your monsters and then get their effects off. So next is last of the monsters, Zodiac monsters is Ram. His effect, when he is destroyed by battle card effect, you can target 1 Zodiac monster in your graveyard, except Zodiac Ram, so except itself, special summon it. The XYZ effect, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a trap card or effect that targets this card, you can attach 1 material from this card, negate activation. So he and Rabbit are like the counterparts, 1 negates spells and 1 negates traps. but ideally I have them in hand to work well with Zodiac sign. Last of the monsters is self-explanatory. Speedboy Teratop and the one Speedboy Titan Tombog. This is mainly to get you into MX7 Invoker and make your plays. So now on to the spells. You must, as a pure build, gotta have 3 Zodiac Barrage. It is quite annoying how what its price is right now, but to be fair, in a pure build, it has no downside to running it. Its effect is you target one face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon 1 Zodiac monster from your deck, and you can only use this effect once per turn. If this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Zodiac XYZ monster you control, attach this card from your graveyard to the XYZ monster as an XYZ material. So, yeah, many of you will probably know this is used for the engine so you can get out rat and make the rat play, but with this it can go further with some OTKs. Next, as I mentioned, 3 Zodiac sign. Many people actually disregard this and not really know how this works for the pure build, but it's not really used in the engine, that is kind of why. But its effect is it gives all your Zodiac monsters 300 attack and defense, and monsters your opponent control cannot target face-up Beast Warrior type monsters you control for attacks, except the Beast Warrior type monster you control with the highest attack. So it can be either if tied. And this is the main effect which I use, which is once per turn, if a Zodiac monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field instead of 1 Zodiac monster. So this is what I mean by having Bunny Blast and Ram at 3. So if you had like a Dryden, it gets Ghost Ogred, you can then just pop Ram or Bunny Blast from your hand to protect it, and you get their effects. So in this case, you special summon 1, or you just add 1 from your graveyard to hand. Okay, so next on spells, I have the 3 Tenki as for your search, the self-explanatory, the Beast Warrior deck, and the 3 Tensu. These ratios are generally because they are a lot more effective in Maximum Crisis, which I will explain later. But Tenki itself can OTK with Barrage. So this is technically like part 1 where I explained the deck, and part 2 will be combos with what we have in rate, and then part 3 will be combos when we have Maximum Crisis. I run the 2 Instant Fusion. This is just purely so you can try and see Norden as much as possible. Instant Fusion has an OTK by itself so long as you meet certain condition, which is you need to have Thorough engraved. From then on, if you have that engraved and you have Instant Fusion, that's OTK. The reason why I found this out is because of Twin Twister, which I discarded the Thorough Blade and then found this OTK. But next, Twin Twister is self-explanatory. Because this is a combo heavy based deck, you want to hit the back throw as much as possible. Get rid of it before you play. Next, I run the 1 Raigeki because it's standard, just for the rest of the spells. Next, for traps, we have a small trap lineup. 1 Jar of Avarice, because this allows you to then recycle 3 of your rapiers, should you ever come to that because you've overextended or you wish to play, if you don't play Emerald, which I don't because it's a pure build. 2 Zodiac combo, which basically buffs up the, you target 1 Zodiac XYZ monster you control, attach 1 Zodiac monster from your deck to the XYZ monster as a material, and then its grave effect is basically a Jar of Avarice, but it has to be 5 different Zodiacs in your graveyard. And rest of the traps, I play one roll decree because finding myself that if you're gonna not run a lot of traps and you're gonna be subtle to vary a lot of traps, roll decree was my intention. So that's okay. Onto the XY and onto the extra deck. So yeah. First off, Zodiac free Zodiac Broad Ball. His effect is he searches one Beast Warrior that can be normal, summoned, or set. I run next is free Zodiac Tiger Mortar. She is the one that reattaches a material. So you can detach her effect. You detach material, target one XYZ monster you control and one Zodiac monster in your graveyard. You attach the target in your graveyard to the XYZ material. Next is free Dryden. So her effect, during either player's turn, you attach the material from this card, target one face-up card on the field, and destroy it. Okay. And last to round up, free Zodiac Borbo. He has a unique effect for, where if he has 12 overlay units and he inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can then send as many possible cards from your opponent's hand and field to the graveyard, then change this card to defense position. He has also the ability to attack directly, but in the engine he's going to be used for fodder, but in my build he has been used just to make games because people rarely forget his ability to attack directly and ending the game. So for me, he's my game winner in some cases. Just a note of mention, all the Zoodiacs, they gain attack and defense for all the total attack and defense of the Zodiac XYZ materials underneath it. So that's the Zodiac XYZs. And follow up the rest of the lineup. One X-Saver Focus for the Terratop engine, one Entity Northern for the instant fusion, and Tiger King just for helping out with OTKS in play. So that's kind of it for the deck profile. When we introduce Maximum Crisis, I'll be putting in Zodiac Cluckle, which is temporarily named so far. And I'll be taking out one rabbit and one ram for him. So his effect, when he is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Zodiac card in your graveyard except himself, shuffle it into your deck, and the XYZ effect is if during the player's turn, when an opponent's monsters activate a monster's effect that targets the XYZ monster, you can detach material and negate the activation. So he kind of rounds up the negation on targets of your XYZ monsters, Cluckle being your monster, Bunny Blast being your spells, and Ram being your traps. So with Maximum Crisis, I'll be taking one of those out and putting them in. And also for Maximum Crisis, I'll be taking out one Zodiac combo for another jar, because you'll be going into the rat play a lot, and I'll be taking out the Royal Decree for terraforming because Zodiac Sign, believe it or not, is actually one of the OTKs you can do with Tenki. So this is it for part 1 of the Zodiac stuff. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and as always guys, I'll see you in part 2, which I'll do rate combos, Zodiac rate combos, and part 3, which will be Maximum Crisis combos, that includes this as well. So that's it. So yeah, as always guys, happy dueling!
If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.